Welcome back, sports fans. Sports Talk is McHemme. We're in our final segment here tonight. We're going to do something special. Normally, this is the time of the show where we do our rant of the week. We usually vent about something, but honestly, life's so good for all three of us here talking tonight. We got nothing to rant about. We have no hostility. We have no anger left. The Hogs have won, the Warriors are about to win, and the Steelers are going to win tonight. So life is good. So instead, we're going to go a little bit off topic and talk about our top five. We had a special call-in request from one of our big Sports Talk is McHemme fans to have us talk about our top five starting players if we had our own dream team. And I'm going to kind of start it off. And my dream team, I'm going Magic Johnson at guard. He was just so versatile. He could play every position on the court. He could be a passer. He could be a scorer. He could play center if he had to. I mean, he could just do everything. So I'd go with Magic at guard. I would have I'd probably have Jordan. Just the best competitor in NBA history. The man that in the clutch just never missed. I'd have Jordan out there. I'd have them as my guards. Then when I'm talking forwards, I'd have to have Larry Bird probably playing small forward for me. And Bird just a killer shooter who could ice cold water ran through his veins because he could just nail any shot from anywhere on the court. The mailman would be my power forward just because, to me, the mailman always delivered. I know he came up a little short, but the only reason he came up short of winning that championship was a guy by the name of Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Then I'm talking, if you're going to center, I have to go with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all-time leading scorer in the NBA, but also, one of the smartest guys who ever played basketball. I think it's just a travesty that he has not gotten an NBA head coaching gig with his mentality and how he can handle himself and be professional. I think, too, also he's got to make it. He was in a movie with Bruce Lee. He did Game of Death. How can you not put him in the top five when he stars in Game of Death? So that's my top five, Hemi. Now we're going to go to the Zen Master and see what he's got.
Well, Dave, mine looks a lot like yours. The guards are the same. Magic, got to put him there, the most versatile point guard in NBA history in my mind. Jordan, the best player in NBA history in my mind. I kind of, I stick with Bird at small forward. I kind of bantered about in my mind about Cazzie Russell. Kind of, more of a scorer but less of a passer, and the passing is what really puts Bird over the top and puts him in that spot at the three. And then, I'm going to have the same center. I'm going to have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, all-time leading scorer. And then for number 4, that's a tough call. Elgin Baylor is who I'm going to have to go with. There are so many, we can look at LeBron and easily stick him in there. But Elgin Baylor in his day was one of the best scorers in basketball, even going back into college with that legendary game from Houston and UCLA where Lou Alcindor at the time went against Elgin Baylor. But anyway, those are my 5. Johnson, Jordan, Bird, Baylor, and Jabbar. Errol, what about you?
Well, I think I've got a little bit, some similarities, some differences. I'm thinking at center, Wilt Chamberlain. He's really known for scoring averaging 50 points, scoring over 100, all that stuff. But later in his career, when he played with the Lakers and all their talent, he was a tremendous passing center, too. So I think his athleticism and his ability to score and his team concept. I go with Wilt. A power forward, I would go with Magic Johnson. I think I'm trying to build a transition team here that run. Wilt throws the outlet pass, and then with small forward and shooting guard, I would have a combination of Oscar Robertson and Michael Jordan, and then with the other guard, Jerry West, who I think is sometimes forgotten, except, he is on the insignia of the NBA. He's the shooter there, but I think he's sometimes kind of not really underrated in his time, but is kind of forgotten over time.
Mr. Clutch.
Mr. Clutch.
So you've gone with pretty much a 3-guard, to a certain extent, a 4-guard.
Pretty much 4-guard and Wilt.
That's a very versatile lineup you got there.
Yes.
And we've left out, from the center spot, Bill Russell.
Bill Russell.
He could easily make it onto somebody's team. We left out John Stockton, the all-time assist leader. And we could go on and on with all the great NBA players.
And our stat guy is saying that, you commented that Kareem was all-time leading scorer. I think in Wilt's book, he was actually the all-time leading scorer, but that may be a different category that we're talking about.
Yeah, that's a different type of scoring, okay. I do believe.
I think Wilt set a standard that will never be obtained. I think that probably wraps us up here on Sports Talk is McHemme, and we're still on the road, coming back from the Razorback game, heading to go watch the Cotter Warriors defeat Western Grove tonight at North Central Arkansas College, or North Arkansas College. Sorry, let me get that right. But from Diamond David McBee, the Zen Master Mike Hemme, the one and only legendary Errol Cheek, from our driver who is just so focused on the road we really couldn't interrupt him this time, the one and only Joey Softball. And then let's not forget Troy the Hammer Felix. Unfortunately, he got called away. Apparently there's something going on in North Korea that, they came and got him. And
he's a worm.
He's a problem solver. So he's out, taking care of business there. But from all of us, just want to say, go out today, do something nice for someone you don't know, because your tomorrows are not guaranteed. Have a good evening.